It's officially been 1 year since Nintendo released Super Mario Party Jamboree, and the game has evolved quite a bit since its release. So in today's video, I'm revisiting Super Mario Party Jamboree to see if it still holds up now that it's been a year since it's come out. And to analyze the game, I'm going to score different aspects of it based on how well they hold up in 2025, including its Nintendo Switch 2 edition, Jamboree TV. Let's get started. To start off, I want to talk about the board gameplay of Super Mario Party Jamboree, which is arguably the most important part of the game. Super Mario Party Jamboree has a total of 7 boards, with 5 of them being new boards and 2 of them being retro boards. It's been quite a while since we've seen a Mario Party game that has as many boards as Jamboree does, with Mario Party Superstars having had 5 and Super Mario Party having had 4. The 2 retro boards in the game were on the Nintendo 64 and have had quite an overhaul that they're almost unrecognizable. I find that all 7 boards in Super Mario Party Jamboree are really distinct from each other and are all interesting in their own right. All of the boards in Super Mario Party Jamboree have their own themes and gimmicks, with some highlights that include Rainbow Galleria, which has event spaces where you can buy special items at special shops. There's also an occasional flash sale where items are cut 50% off, including stars. There's also Goomba Lagoon, where the tide cycles in and out based on how many terms have passed or if somebody hits an event space. This can result in players getting blocked onto islands when the tide is risen. I don't really have all too many issues with the board gameplay in Super Mario Party Jamboree. They're all fun in their own right, and there are plenty of them to go around. There is one issue, however, and it's kind of significant. The board gameplay moves really slowly compared to Mario Party Superstars, which was the perfect pace. When the game moves so slowly that 10 turns ends up being almost 2 hours, there's kind of an issue. There is a 5-turn frenzy mode that moves the game a bit faster because it's cut down in half in the Jamboree TV DLC, but I don't think it's unfair to say that this frenzy mode should have been a free update for the base game, because the length is kind of an issue with Mario Party Jamboree. There are just a ton of unnecessary animations in the main Mario Party mode, and it's kind of annoying that there isn't a setting that I can turn on just to cut them all out. This is really the only issue with the boards, and it feels like everything else about them is still really good. So because the selection, amount, and gameplay of the boards are really good, I'll give this aspect of Super Mario Party Jamboree a 9 out of 10. Now let's talk about the minigames in Super Mario Party Jamboree, and if I could describe them in one word, that word would be overhyped. Nintendo rose expectations when they promised 112 minigames in Super Mario Party Jamboree, and they did end up delivering 112 minigames, but I wouldn't call all of them meaningful. While you might think that 112 minigames sounds like a lot, let's break down what type of minigames they actually are. Of those 112 minigames, only 78 of them are playable in the main Mario Party mode. In comparison, Mario Party Superstars has 105 minigames total, which is a bit less than Super Mario Party Jamboree. And when you subtract all of the minigames that aren't playable in the Mario Party mode for this game, that number drops to only 99. The reason for Mario Party Superstars having less minigames overall, but more minigames playable in the Mario Party mode is simple. While Mario Party Superstars barely has any side content at all, Super Mario Party Jamboree puts a very large emphasis on side content. Those 112 minigames include 34 minigames that aren't even playable in the main mode, which is really the only mode that people care about. In my opinion, for a good Mario Party game, the side content should come after the main Mario Party mode is perfect. But now that I've established that I think the minigame count was overhyped, let's actually take a look at a few of the minigames. There are a few highlights, which include Light Wave Battle, Lumber Tumble, and Tilt-A-Golf, all of which are solid minigames, but they're really the only remarkable ones in Jamboree. I find that most of the minigames in Super Mario Party Jamboree are just pretty mediocre. There is of course that one atrocious luck-based minigame that seems to be in every Mario Party game, which is gatekeepers in Jamboree. These types of minigames are almost never fun because they're meant to be strategy while the board gameplay is mostly meant to be luck. I don't hate the minigames in Super Mario Party Jamboree, but I really don't think that there are enough of them. Side content minigames are fine, but it feels a bit deceitful to say that there are 112 minigames in Super Mario Party Jamboree when there really isn't close to 112 minigames that are actually playable in the main mode. Next, I want to review the side content in Super Mario Party Jamboree, but before I do that, I would appreciate if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel, and if you enjoy my videos and want to support me financially, check out memberships by hitting the join button below. I really appreciate your support and thank you for watching my video this far. But let's talk about the side content in Super Mario Party Jamboree because it seems like there's a lot of it. In addition to the standard way to play minigames in Mario Party, which is Minigame Bay in Super Mario Party Jamboree, the game also offers modes that were designed for online play as well as some motion control modes. Diving first into the motion control modes, there are 3 of them that you can play. The first mode is Paratroopa Flight School, which has you holding each Joy-Con in your right and left hands respectively, and you flap your arms as if you were a bird and had wings. There's a map that you fly around and you can do different tasks and play with a second player as well. There's Rhythm Kitchen with different music-based minigames where you have to work with the other players to shake your Joy-Con on the rhythm. The final mode is Toad's Item Factory, where you tilt the Joy-Con to move platforms to try to get the ball to the goal. There are also the modes that are designed for online play, but you can also play with your friends if you want. There's Koopathlon, which has 20 players playing different minigames that if you do better at, you move further down the track, and whoever gets to the finish line first wins. And there's the cooperative mode, Bowser's Kaboom Squad, where 8 players work together to try to defeat Bowser. Overall, I give the side content a 7 out of 10. There are definitely plenty of side modes, and they're all pretty fun, but they're not that replayable. I would have preferred more minigames for the main mode, but the side content is okay. Now that wraps up my review for the base game of Super Mario Party Jamboree, but earlier this year, Nintendo released a Nintendo Switch 2 edition for the game which adds content. This extra content, called Jamboree TV, has definitely gotten some criticism from fans and critics alike. I did make a full video talking about Jamboree TV's critic reviews before the game came out, and if you want more details about that, go watch that video. But to put it simply, critics and fans didn't really like the fact that Jamboree TV was almost completely separate from Super Mario Party Jamboree itself. But that doesn't make the content in Jamboree TV bad, so let's review it. First of all, Jamboree TV added 2 new ways to play the main Mario Party mode. The first is Frenzy Rules, which gives every player 1 star, 50 coins, and a double dice, and cuts the game down to 5 turns for faster play. This is the mode that I mentioned before that I think should have been a free update for the base game. This DLC also partially satisfies the need that Super Mario Party Jamboree had for more main minigames, and it includes 14 mouse control minigames, all of which are 2 versus 2. The mouse control minigames are actually surprisingly enjoyable, and I think that it's one of the best parts of Jamboree TV. Jamboree TV also includes 2 side modes, the first of which is Carnival Coaster. Carnival Coaster takes advantage of those mouse control minigames, and it's an exclusive mouse control mode. You have to aim your mouse at enemies to shoot them down and get more time onto the timer, and play minigames for time as well. The goal of this mode is to get to the finish line before time runs out, so winning the minigames and shooting down the enemies is imperative. The final part of this DLC, and possibly the most mediocre, is Bowser Live. It's pretty basic. There are just 2 teams of 2 people playing minigames to try to impress Bowser more. There are only 6 minigames total, 3 of which you actually need the camera accessory for Nintendo Switch 2, which I don't own, so I haven't gotten to try out those minigames. The other 3 minigames are part of the microphone mode, which use the microphone that's built into the Switch 2, which honestly would be really fun if there weren't only 3 minigames. That just feels insulting. And with that, I give the Jamboree TV Nintendo Switch 2 edition a rating of 7 out of 10. It only costs $20, and it's definitely not for anybody, but if you're somebody who would appreciate the mouse control minigames and extra board modes, it could be worth it. And with that, that concludes my 1-year analysis of Super Mario Party Jamboree. Comment down below what your favorite part of Super Mario Party Jamboree is, and like this video and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Also, check out channel memberships if you're interested in supporting my channel. But anyway, thanks for watching and have a great day.